Hey Elizabeth, can I ask you some questions today?
Why, yes, you may.
Thank you. So what are your thoughts about the Renaissance?
Well, the rebirth of England was great for our country. It made education improve and the arts prosper.
That's great.
Indeed it is.
So when did you come into power?
I actually came into power in the year 1558.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, I am quite old.
So what else did you enjoy doing?
Well, I was viewed as a very serious young woman who always had a book in her hand.
Oh, I don't really like to read.
Well, I appreciate the arts, I guess. I also enjoy horses and my beloved dogs.
I love riding horses and playing with my dogs.
It is quite fun.
So what was your biggest struggle coming into power?
Proving myself to be honest. My step-siblings were disastrous in their time of rule, and I had to come in and clean up the mess.
That seems to anger you.
Well, yes it does, but we're not going into that today.
Well, maybe talk about your father?
If you would like to.
Okay.
So, what would you like to know about him?
Who was he?
He was very well known as Henry VIII.
And what was one thing that you could share about me?
Well, other than the fact that he had more wives than I can count with my fingers, not much.
Did you not like having that many stepmothers?
It was okay until I started mixing up their names.
That must have been embarrassing.
I guess it would be for you, but for me they were intruders.
What about your sister Mary?
Oh, that girl hated me. I was practically non-existent to her.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. She hated me ever since I was born. So that's all I ever knew. It's no big deal.
But why did she hate you?
Because she was asked by my father to relinquish her crown. She refused. So when she moved to my home, she was asked to accept me as the Princess of England, and she wanted nothing to do with it.
Sounds like a jealousy issue to me.
Yes, I guess you could say that.
What about your mom?
What about her?
Well, who was she?
Anne Boleyn.
And what are some interesting things about her?
Well, my dad only married her so he could have a son, but when he found out that she was having me, he started to lose hope, until the day that she told him she was bearing a son. Turns out that son was stillborn, so my dad started to pay any more attention to her, not that much, and divorced her and found a new woman.
Wow, whatever became of her?
Unfortunately, nothing. So my dad had already been planning her downfall and accused her of incest and adultery. And then she was beheaded on September 7th in 1533 at Greenwich Palace.
Elizabeth, I am so sorry to hear that.
It is quite all right. I miss her, but it's been a very long time, and as they say, time heals everything.
Well, I'm glad that you have healed, but I'm so sorry to say that I do have to go back to work now.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. It was a nice break from being a hard-working queen.
You're very welcome. Hey Elizabeth, can I ask you some questions today?
Why, yes you may.
Thank you.
No problem.
What the heck? Panda, what are you doing to my cat? Hey Elizabeth, can I ask you some questions today?
Yes, you may.
God damn it.